Awesome.
What if I told you that the richest, most powerful man in history didn't ask God for money, didn't ask for armies, didn't ask for fame? He asked for wisdom. Would you have done the same? Listen, everybody wants shortcuts. Everybody wants the throne, but nobody wants the process. King Solomon became the wisest man to ever walk the earth. And it wasn't because he was born with it. It was because he asked for something greater than gold, greater than power, the ability to see through the lies, the distractions, the weakness inside himself. Most people today, they're drowning in comfort. They're praying for more money, for a bigger house, for things that don't mean a damn thing if your mind is weak. Solomon understood this. Without wisdom, everything else destroys you. Riches without wisdom turn into greed. Strength without wisdom becomes violence. Fame without wisdom becomes emptiness. And that's the same with you. You want success? You want greatness? Stop begging for the easy way out. Stop wishing for shortcuts. Pray, work, and fight for the strength to see things for what they really are. That's wisdom. Wisdom is not about being smart. It's about knowing that pain has a purpose. It's about knowing that comfort will rot your soul if you let it. It's about knowing that every single trial is shaping you into who you were meant to be. The secret wisdom of Solomon wasn't just knowledge, it was discipline. It was the ability to say no to the noise and yes to the hard truth. It was realizing that leadership isn't about titles, it's about sacrifice. That's the wisdom most people don't want to hear. So ask yourself, do you really want wisdom? Because wisdom is painful. It's lonely. It forces you to confront who you are, not who you pretend to be. It strips away excuses and exposes your weakness. But if you can take it, if you can embrace it, then you become unstoppable. Everybody wants wealth because it looks shiny from the outside. But what you don't see is the destruction that follows when you don't have the wisdom to carry it. Wealth without wisdom is like giving a sword to a child. It's only a matter of time before it cuts you open and leaves you bleeding out from your own success. The truth is, money doesn't solve your problems. It magnifies them. If you are weak, money exposes your weakness. If you are undisciplined, money multiplies your bad habits. If you are insecure, money makes that insecurity louder. Wisdom is the only thing that gives money a purpose that doesn't destroy you. People beg for riches thinking it will set them free. But what good is from a bank account if your soul is empty? What good is a mansion if the mind living in it is broken? Wisdom is the foundation that teaches you how to stand tall when everything around you screams for more. Wisdom is choosing the long term over the short term. While wealth promises instant comfort, wisdom demands patience. While wealth buys pleasure, wisdom builds character. That's why most people lose everything they chase money without wisdom, and when they finally grab it, their hands are too weak to hold on. You see people winning the lottery and going broke in years. Why? Because they lack wisdom to guide their decisions. They thought wealth would change them, but it only revealed the truth. They were never ready. Success is never about what you gain. It's about who you become along the way. Without wisdom, wealth is poison. It looks sweet, but it kills slowly. It robs you of hunger. It takes away the fight, and it convinces you that you've made it, when in reality, you're just more comfortable in your own cage. Wisdom breaks the cage and shows you freedom isn't in riches, but in strength of mind. Wealth can put food on your table, but it can't teach you discipline. It can buy you comfort. It can't buy you self-respect. It can pay for a trainer, but it can't give you the will to push through pain. Wealth without wisdom is powerless, and wisdom without wealth is still unstoppable. Wisdom knows that true wealth is not in the bank, it's in the mind, it's in the ability to keep going. Everything inside you wants to quit. It's in the courage to say no when the world pressures you to say yes. That's wealth that no money can match. People worship wealth, but wisdom doesn't bow to money. Wisdom bends money to serve a higher purpose. Without wisdom, money is the master. With wisdom, money becomes the servant. Wealth bows down to wisdom, not the other way around. The world will tell you you're successful if your pockets are full, but wisdom tells you you're successful if your heart is full, if your discipline is intact, if your soul isn't for sale. Wealth fools the world, but wisdom never lies. Wisdom strips away the illusion and leaves only the truth. Wisdom teaches you that chasing money for validation will leave you empty. You'll never have enough because you're feeding a hole that can't be filled. Wisdom fills that hole with purpose, and when you have purpose, money becomes fuel and idol. Wealth is measured by numbers, But wisdom is measured by strength of character. Numbers can disappear overnight, but character lasts forever. Wisdom is the currency that can't be stolen. It can't be spent. It multiplies with every hardship and every sacrifice. People think wisdom is soft, but it's the hardest thing you can carry. It tells you what you don't want to hear. It forces you to face your demons. It exposes your lies. Wealth hides them behind shiny walls. Wisdom rips the walls down and leaves you naked with truth. When you choose wisdom over wealth, you're choosing the foundation over decoration. You're choosing steel over plastic. You're choosing eternal strength over temporary comfort. That's what separates the great from the forgotten. In the end, wealth will fade and money will lose its power, but wisdom will echo through generations. Wisdom is the true inheritance, the fire that keeps burning long after the gold is gone. That's why you must chase wisdom like your life depends on it, because it does. Distraction is the silent killer. It doesn't punch you in the face. It whispers in your ear and convinces you to waste time. It's the endless scrolling, the constant noise, excuses disguised as entertainment. Vision is the weapon that cuts through distraction and keeps your eyes on the mission. Vision is not about sight. It's about clarity. It's about knowing where you are going when everything around you tries to pull you away. People will tell you to relax, to take it easy, to slow down. Vision doesn't listen to comfort. Vision listens to purpose. Distractions are everywhere: the phone, the TV, the friends who don't understand your grind. They're all thieves stealing minutes from your life, minutes you will never get back. Vision teaches you that every second counts. If you waste it, you're burying your own potential. Vision is what makes you wake up when the alarm goes off, not because you want to, but because you know you have no other choice. Distraction tells you to hit snooze. Vision tells you to rise up. Distraction says tomorrow. Vision says now. Without vision, you drift through life like a ship without a compass. You go wherever the current takes you, and at the end of it all, you wonder why you never reach the shore. Vision is the compass that keeps you moving toward the storm instead of away from it. Distraction will always feel good in the moment, gives you dopamine. It gives you comfort, but vision forces you to choose discipline over dopamine, pain over pleasure, growth over comfort. Distraction is easy. Vision is hard, but only vision changes lives. Vision is brutal because it demands sacrifice. You can't see the future you want and live in the comfort of the present. Vision forces you to leave behind friends who waste your time, habits that kill your potential, and excuses that chain you down. People don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they lack vision. They allow distractions to define their priorities. They live reactive lives instead of proactive ones. Vision gives you the power to act instead of being acted upon. Distraction is the voice that says you deserve a break. Vision is the voice that says you haven't earned it yet. Distraction says relax. Vision says keep going. Distraction tells you to slow down. Vision demands you speed up. When you live with vision, distractions become weaker. They lose their grip because you know what you're fighting for. The phone rings and you ignore it. The world screams and you stay silent. Vision sharpens your focus like a blade. Vision is lonely because most people don't act. They can't see what you see. They think you're crazy for chasing something that isn't here yet. But that's what makes vision powerful. It's about believing in a future so strong it becomes reality. Distraction is addictive because it offers quick reward. Vision is relentless because it delays your gratification. Vision is choosing to bleed now so you can shine later. It's refusing to trade long-term greatness for short-term comfort. Vision turns pain into fuel. Distraction turns comfort into chains. Distraction is cheap. Vision is priceless. And the reason so many people are stuck is because they chose cheap over priceless. When you have vision, you stop asking how long it will take you. Stop caring about the hours, the years, the blood. Vision consumes you. It eats distractions alive and forces you to become someone you didn't know you could be. Vision over distraction is not just a choice, it's survival, because the world is designed to keep you distracted, to keep you weak, to keep you average. Vision is rebellion. Vision is war. Vision is freedom. Desire is easy. It shows up when things feel good, when the sun is shining, when the path looks smooth, but the moment the storm hits, desire disappears. That's why you can't build your life on desire. You build it on discipline. Discipline stays when desire runs away. Desire wants comfort. Discipline wants growth. Desire says this feels good. Discipline says this is necessary. Desire is soft. Discipline is steel. Desire comes and goes. Discipline forever. When you live by desire, you only move when you feel